So as you all know, this month is Pride Month. And of course, Gypsy Rose, being the opportunist that she is, she's not going to miss out on a chance like this to capitalize off of Pride Month or to gain whatever attention she can from the gay community. So now, all of a sudden, Gypsy likes girls. Now all of a sudden, Gypsy is gay or bi or whatever new name they created for people like her, just in time for Pride Month. And honestly, folks, I can't think of many people who are as desperate as Gypsy is for attention. Now, I could probably name a few YouTubers that are worse than her, but she's right up there. And it's like there's no shame in her game at all. Because remember, I don't know if you remember just a few days ago, when Gypsy's latest attempt for attention was, oh, I don't want to be famous anymore. I'm tired of being famous. I want to live a private life. It's your fault. It's your fault that I have these TV shows. It's your fault I keep signing book deals, remember? Because Gypsy is obviously forgotten, but you all remember, right? Literally for like an entire week, there was interview after interview after interview of all just Gypsy complaining about fame and not wanting to be in the limelight anymore. Yet here we are a couple of days later, and Gypsy's out here giving us details about her sex life that we never asked for. It's not like we've been sitting here wondering, I wonder if Gypsy likes girls. It's not like we, or at least I haven't been. What have y'all been thinking about? Don't let me find out. Some dirty-minded people out there in the audience. But let me just speak for myself. I haven't spent a single second wondering about Gypsy's sex life or what she likes to do behind closed doors. Yet here we have Gypsy, the woman that doesn't want attention. She doesn't want to be in the limelight. Here she is dishing out details about herself. Details about her sex life and who she's attracted to. Details that somehow, for some reason, she sat on these details because we've talked about plenty of stuff when it comes to Gypsy. But strategically, remember how I told you all that when dealing with Gypsy, you're dealing with someone that is cool and calculated with what she does, even though it seems like she isn't? She sat on these details and waited until Pride Month to put these details out there. So now it's headline after headline after headline after headline. Gypsy likes girls. Gypsy experimented with girls in prison. Gypsy has kissed more girls than guys. And it's like, we know that Gypsy is straight, right? We realize that. But no, because she sees an opportunity to get her name in the headlines, to get more attention, here she is trying to ride the back of the gay community, putting these details out there. Oh, I might be gay. Who knows? Who knows now? If I get enough attention for this, I'll have a new girlfriend by tomorrow. That's the way Gypsy operates. And she sat on this information and waited to talk about this until it was the right time where she knew this could catch on. But let's go ahead and read some of what she had to say. A big part of womanhood is learning to become comfortable with their sexuality. And for years, I wasn't. I'm self-conscious because I have scars all over my body, and I had a lot of surgeries that were unnecessary. And so I'm like, Am I going to be what he wants me to be? Am I attractive to him? For a long time, I actually kind of questioned my own sexuality. Because as a teenager or a preteen, I felt like I was attracted to girls. And I got to experiment with that in prison. I think I've kissed more girls than I have guys. I had such big fears that I was like, I'm just not going to like sex. I feel like I don't have a sex drive. I can go 6 months and be fine. I'm like, what happens if I'm not a sexual being? And so now I'm discovering things about myself. And I'm a freak. So Gypsy Rose is describing herself as a freak. Gypsy Rose gets freaky. And if you know some of the more intimate details about Gypsy Rose's case, hearing herself describe herself as not being sexual and stuff like that, I don't know. Because there was a sexual aspect behind what happened to her mom. Like, her and Nick, it seems as if they kind of got off on it. Doing what they did to Dee Dee. They kind of got off on it. They kind of like had sex afterwards. It's stuff that I can't even go into detail on YouTube, honestly. I could try, but I don't want to have to talk around in circles. But if you know the Gypsy case, you know there's some freaky stuff there, right? And you know that Gypsy was already trying to explore a bunch of sexual stuff, even when she was in the wheelchair, still pretending to be a cancer patient kid. So I'm not buying all of this, oh, I can go 6 months, I don't care about sex. No, you cared about sex enough that you had sex after you basically bribed someone with sex to kill your mom. But anyways, all of this, I was just, as a teen, I didn't know if I liked girls. Gypsy, you know damn good and well what you liked. Which is why we always see you with dudes. Don't sit here and try to pretend to be gay now. And you're not going to sit here and make me think that you were like so curious about maybe you liked girls when you were out here, you know, dressing as the Disney princess and stuff like that. I'm not buying it. But this is how desperate Gypsy is. And I wouldn't put it past her. If this works for her, if this angle works for her, and the gay community like accepts her in with opening arms, then before you know it, she'll kick Ken to the curb, she'll get a girlfriend, and she'll pretend to be gay for as long as she can, as long as the cameras keep rolling, as long as people keep talking, as long as the tabloids keep reaching out for pictures and comments so they can write articles about her. Gypsy will sway with the wind. She will go in whatever direction she thinks the clout is going. So I think it's important to point this stuff out and call it out now, because I do see that as a route that Gypsy may take next. And this is kind of setting it up. You see, as I said, Gypsy is calculated. So there's certain things that Gypsy is saying. There's certain things that she's doing. There's certain moves that she's making. And right now, what I believe is happening is she's testing the waters. Okay? She's testing the waters. What works out best for her moving forward? Not for her life, but what would be best for her, you know, reality TV show, social media career, right? Will it be staying with Ken? Will it be getting back with Ryan? Will it be, oh, now all of a sudden I'm gay and I like girls now? I mean, there's different routes, there's different paths that Gypsy is setting up for herself, and she's kind of sitting back and gauging public reaction to decide what she's going to do next. So whenever you look at decisions that she makes, regardless of how idiotic and stupid they are, understand that in Gypsy's little mind, there's a motive behind it. The gears are already turning, and she's already plotting on how this can help her in some sort of way. And now, because it's Pride Month, she thinks that now's the time to capitalize off of, oh yeah, I used to like girls in prison. You know, we used to scissor and do all of this stuff. But anyways, I don't believe it for 1 second. I mean, I believe that she experimented with girls in prison, yeah. But the fact that she's trying to talk about this now, it's all a bunch of bogus BS. Let me know your thoughts, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I will talk to you all very soon in the next one.